and projecting this and explaining this. But in the Bhagavad Gita also, same thing is mentioned, that this is not real. Parastasmat bhavanya. There is a higher nature that is real. This is not real. So, the study of illusion is something very interesting, because it's very difficult to be in illusion and think of illusion. To be inside illusion and try to figure out whether you're illusioned. It's a very difficult thing to do. Rarely somebody who is not in illusion can come and tell you about illusion. Prabhupada explained this in his purport by saying, if I am not free, if I am not liberated, how is it that I can liberate another person or free another person? And he gave the example that if I'm a prisoner in a jail, how can I believe another prisoner who says that I am free? Because I find him also to be in the same jail. And I find him also to be conditioned like me. So if he tells me I am free, then I'll be very suspicious, because you're also like me in the same situation. What makes you free? Or if he comes and tells you, I can free you. Similarly, we said, anybody who thinks in this world that he is free, while the Bhagavad Gita is saying that he is not free, we will become a little doubtful about him. But there is a category of people who are actually free and who can actually help you to become free. Such great personalities are like Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He is a free man. Then only we come to know, in comparison when we study, we come to know what is the meaning of freedom, what depth it has got. What's the real meaning? The tendency for all of us to be free shows that we belong to a free world. But amazingly, we are made to think we are free, but we are not free. That is a statement made in the Bhagavad Gita. So, you will see today that people are talking a lot about freedom, and people are also trying to get that freedom in an artificial way. I was just talking about the new wave of things happening in technology called metaverse, and a platform where everybody is very excited about it because there is big money. There is always big money in illusion. In reality, there is no. It doesn't sell very much. The amazing thing is, illusion is very nice. Illusion is very attractive. Illusion is comfortable. But reality is harsh. Reality makes you uncomfortable. Reality is something that you cannot easily believe. That's the nature for the conditioned soul. So gaming, entertainment, everything has taken a different notch above. And in this type of metaverse, I think all of you are familiar with it. Everybody is talking about it and everybody is trying to experience it. Everything has gone to a different platform. And you can create your own reality. You can make your own avatar. You can make your own place. You can have your own program. You can create your own characters. You can have your own world, your own space, the way you want it. The way you want it. And you can immerse yourself in that. You can be part of it. It's an immersive experience. And that is what is more interesting than what we are seeing now on the screen. I'm putting it in a short form. That's why it's called metaverse. Meta means beyond. Actually, meta was used by Aristotle in explaining metaphysical. Metaphysical means something beyond this physical world. The Greek philosophers spoke about eudaimonia, a happiness that is beyond hedonia. Hedonia means material happiness. Sense gratification, all these things we have. That hedonistic life they spoke about. A lot of the Greeks, the rich people, were very hedonistic, pleasure loving, material pleasure loving, indulging in it a lot. But the philosophers in Greek kingdom also spoke about eudaimonia is a higher happiness, a happiness of the soul, of the spirit. Similarly, Plato, the Greek philosophy, also spoke about we live in a world of illusion actually, and we think it is real. Plato's cave. The cave, he gave this example that all of us are in the cave, in a dark cave, but the entrance to the cave is something that you cannot face. Behind you is a big fire, and you can see shadows of people cast on the wall in front of you, and you're tied up, you cannot move and see the backside. Means you're conditioned, your movement is restricted. Whatever shadows and these things you see on the wall, that is the reality that you have. But you never get to see really those people who are creating the shadow. So there's a shadow world. And we are all in that cave, he mentioned. And he spoke about a person who somehow escaped from that cave and happened to turn around and see. And he saw fire, and behind the fire he saw people are walking, talking, real people. And it is their shadow that we are watching on the wall. So he went out and he spoke to those people, and he went, oh gosh, this is a completely different, directly opposite. And I come here inside the cave, and he came back to the cave and told people, you see, this is actually completely wrong. This is just a shadow. The real stuff is here. So they all didn't believe him. No, this fellow is a crazy fellow. He's coming and telling something completely different. And they got angry with him. They chased him out. Shadow is a reality. This is comfortable for us. So he explains this in great detail. I'm giving you in a short format. So many people had this idea, philosophers and that somehow we are in a situation where we are in a world that is simulated to us. It's not real. It's not real. So Plato spoke about metaphysical reality beyond the physics of this world. From that time onwards, I think meta has become useful. Meta means something different, some different reality. So this whole metaverse is a situation where I am creating a different reality for myself, a digital world. And I can get into it, and I can experience it, and I can do and create things the way I want. Because here in this situation, I cannot do the way I want. So it's a very interesting parallel. Krishna is telling parastasmat bhavo on you, exactly what you want, to be free and be of your nature, that is existing. And there is a way to come to that reality, which is what is spiritual life. Krishna is explaining that in Bhagavad Gita. And the desire for that is there in everybody. But unfortunately, they do not know this message that's given here. And even if it is mentioned to them, it is rejected as something spiritual or something religious or some other unverified faith-based claim. And we're not very comfortable about it. But this one, I can create it, I can palpably experience it. It is in the now. There's nothing required of me. I can immediately get that gratification. And so a different world is always very interesting, because material world gets boring with all the routines, the responsibilities, and the regular stuff that we do. And therefore, getting into illusory, different experience is something that I want. It's a change. That's why it's very popular. It's very popular. It's popular because it affords us a change from the routine. So, is this real? It's not. We know that because we know we are creating it. But by being in that, we tend to think that maybe what I am also doing now is also somebody else's work in which I am also made to do something. Since I can create also another different world, a digital world in which I can put myself in a metaverse, maybe I am also, the possibility is there. Somebody put me here also. And I am playing a game. And there's a different type of a situation here. It's very easy to parallel that with this. But in this situation, I have a lot of conditions. But in the situation that I create digitally, I can get rid of all those conditions and I can do what I want. Right? So sometimes in the process of trying to understand reality, we may get tied up with certain types of discoveries, certain types of technologies that may actually make our whole situation worse than what it is. We are already in an illusory situation. And we get into another illusion inside that illusion. I call it a metaverse inside a metaverse. We already are in such a situation, is what the Bhagavad Gita is saying. It's not real. And inside that, we are creating another unreal situation. And we like that very much. In other words, we're going deeper into another illusion. So it will be metaverse, worse than before. WORSE. Metaverse, very bad. More illusion that you could be getting into. Unbeknownst to yourself. Right? Unbeknownst to yourself. So Bhagavad Gita is warning you about that. It's saying that if you neglect becoming spiritually oriented, if you neglect attending to yourself, your real identity and the reality, then there's a great danger that you'll get lost in the illusion further and further. Tanyaham dushata kruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipami ajasham asubham ashuresvayeva yonishu. For those people who get into deeper and deeper this thing, I help them to go down deeper if they want to do. Deeper into illusion. But those who want to elevate themselves beyond this illusion and come to the light, tamasoma jyotirgamaya asatoma satgamaya, I help them out. They practice devotional service to me. In bhakti and in devotion, they can practice and come out of this illusion. And in that situation, you're totally free. And that happiness is described by Krishna. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. I can understand I am spirit soul and my spiritual nature is manifested and I'm no more under the control of material nature. I am actually free from matter. I mean, we must understand what's the meaning of saying I'm free from matter. It is Krishna's material energy. Krishna explains, Mama Maya Duratyaya. Very difficult to overcome my material Shakti, Maya Shakti. You can't get out of it on your own. Only if you surrender to me, Mamevaye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. So, this is a description given that you are controlled by my Shakti, Maya Shakti. So, inside the Maya Shakti, you have another world that you create out of Maya Shakti, out of your capacity. And it's like deeper illusion. It's not a way to get out of it. So, while in search of reality, those who are genuinely in search of the real, they are able to understand that no, this is actually pushing me deeper into illusion. It may be entertaining, it may be exciting, but it is temporary and it is illusory. So the illusion is always exciting. Illusion is always wonder. Illusion is always very nice and comfortable. If you read fairy tales, you'll see everywhere in all stories, there's a portrayal of something that is better, exciting, and far more variegated. But that is true of the spiritual world. Krishna is explaining that. Prabhupada explains that in many places in the Bhagavad also. Chintamani prakara sadmachu kalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabhir abhipalayantam lakshmi sahasra satasambrama sedhyamanam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. This beautiful prayers, Brahma Samhita. In that there's a description of the spiritual world, Krishna's abode, Goloka Vrindavana. And it is called Chintamani Prakara Sadmachu Kalpa Vriksha. There, everything is made out of beautiful, even rarer stones. There is no sand, it's all Navaratna. In our language, I'm saying, wonderful, amazing, rare stones, diamonds and emeralds and rubies and name it. Ground is like that. No rocks, no stones. This is material world. That's why you see rock, stone. But in the spiritual world, it's all jewelry. Stones just lying everywhere. Whole earth is like that. Whole ground is like that. Can you imagine? Chintamani, touchstone. And Kalpa Vriksha, all trees are wish-fulfilling tree. You go in front of any tree, if it is a jackfruit tree, it will give you mangoes, it will give you apples, it will give you oranges, it will give you any fruit. Not only fruit, anything you want also will give you. Anything you want. Wish-fulfilling tree. Not only fruits. You want a personality, you can get. Every tree is Kalpa Vriksha. Can you believe it? You'll think it's a fairy tale. It's not. It's not. It's real. And there are Lakshmi Sahasra Satasambrama Sevyamanam. Sevya, Seva they're doing. And there are thousands and thousands of Lakshmis sweeping the palace of Krishna, sweeping the places. They like to do this Seva for Krishna. Sahasra, thousands. Very beautiful looking. All of them look very wonderful. All of them are very peaceful and happy. No worry, no anxiety. That's why it's called Vaikunta. Kunta means miserable. Vaikunta means no misery. Everybody is peaceful and happy. Nothing troubling you. Only then you'll understand the trouble that the soul is having because of living in the material world. So now this is not some phantasmagoric fairy tale. It is spoken by Brahma, the creator of this universe. He is speaking and he's saying, my Lord, this is your abode. And that is where Krishna stays. Taddhama paramam mama. He's saying here, that is my house, that is my place. Please come there. Yat katvana nivartante taddama paramam mama. If you come there, you never want to come here to a place of rocks and bricks and stones. If you see that place and you experience that place, this is really meta, beyond, transcendental. Krishna is describing that meta universe. Krishna is describing that meta place. It is not very different, but you're not going to get it by getting yourself into a program and having a digital immersive experience. That is the other side of it. You're going deeper the other side. But as per Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, it is unimaginable. You cannot imagine. Achintya. Chinta means to think. Achintya means you cannot think about it. Such as the opulence of this place. And actually, we belong to that place. We are coming from that place. Mamaivamsa jivaloke jivabhuta sanatana. And it's not a game that you have to play. That is real. Actually, this is unreal. Parastasmatu bhava anya. That bhava, that nature is real. That is a spiritual nature. So just think about it. This is factual. Why? Krishna is speaking about it in Bhagavad Gita. And he is giving us a way how by the process of bhakti, you can reach this place. How by the process of bhakti, you can actually go there. In other words, this is not my place. I don't belong here. But you can imagine the illusion. We think this is real. This is my place. This is my body. These are my relatives. And this is permanent. But you can see in front of you, it is not permanent. Your body wrinkles. You get aged. Your teeth rot. And still, you will not give up the understanding that this is real. Although you're diminishing, angam galitam palitam mundam dashavihina jatam tundam vriddhoyati grihitva dandam tadapina munchati asha pindam. Shankaracharya described this. He described the illusion of this world, that the old man, he is become old. How? Angam galitam. His bone, his hands and legs have all become skin and bones, reduced because of age. Angam galitam. Galitam mundam. All his hair has fallen down. He's become bald. Dashavihina jatam tundam. All his teeth also fallen down. Pokavai, you will tell. Guy has got no teeth. Vriddhoyati grihitva dandam. He can't even stand straight. He needs a danda. He needs a stick to stand straight. Even then, tadapi namunchati asha pindam. Even then, the hard desire of that, this is reality, I will enjoy, is still not gone from his heart. Very determined. Actually, the conditioned soul becomes very determined in enjoying the illusion. Although he's going down, he's going to die, still there is hope that I'll enjoy. I'll enjoy. No. Tadapi namunchati. So the illusion is very strong. And it is very difficult for us to come over it. But Krishna is telling, if you develop devotion for me in bhakti, you will very easily cross over it. You will very easily cross over it. So you can imagine that great devotees of the Lord, they constantly speak about the glories of Krishna. They become attracted. They fall in love with Krishna and they don't care about this reality at all. In fact, it is not real for them. Krishna is the reality. And we think he's a madman. We think he's a mad fellow. He's not taking life seriously. He's not being responsible. He's not executing his duties properly. So that also Krishna is telling, it will become like this. Yanisha sarvabhutani yasyam jagrati samyami. What is night time for such type of exalted people is daytime for you. And what is daytime for them is nighttime for you. Means it's all topsy-turvy, the reality. You think he's mad, and they all think that you people are all mad. You people are all mad. But who is really mad? People who think that this man who is become a devotee is mad, they are actually mad, as per Bhagavad Gita. It's very nicely revealed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, he manifested his wonderful pastimes and his beautiful body, Gauranga, golden colored. He manifested his loving feelings because he came in the role of a devotee, like Radharani, her mood. So he came on a South Indian tour from Puri as a sannyasi to meet everybody in South India and tell them to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you chant this mantra, this bubble of illusion will break and you will see the reality. You'll see my connection with you. You'll see that you are my part and parcel, that you are eternal, and you'll become happy as my servant. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, his very close associate, told him, if you're going, you must meet Ramananda Rai. He's in this place, Rajamandri today, in that place he met in Andhra Pradesh, somewhere, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. So when Lord Chaitanya came, Ramananda Rai was a very big position in the government. He was the governor of Madras at that time. He was brought on a big palanquin to the Godavari for taking his bath. Very rich man, very nicely placed. But although he is very good position, one great quality about him is he is a wonderful devotee of Krishna with great realizations. But nobody knows. So Lord Chaitanya was there at the Godavari trying to take his bath. And Ramananda Rai also came on a palanquin. They both looked at each other and immediately recognized each other, although they don't know they're meeting for the first time. Immediately, he came and fell at the feet of Lord Chaitanya. Immediately, Lord Chaitanya embraced him as though I know you for long. Both of them don't know. But they both know that we too are different from the rest of the people, because both of us are after Krishna, after the reality, the absolute truth. So they embraced themselves and they started, who are you? And they both introduced themselves. They started talking about Krishna. And they're talking about gopis, Krishna and the bhakti of the gopis and so many wonderful things. And they were embracing and crying, talking about Krishna. Every day they were coming to meet there. And all the others were wondering, what happened to this, our governor? I never seen my governor like this. He's a completely different mood. So when they separated, one day, Lord Chaitanya said, dear Ramananda Rai, don't tell anybody about what all I spoke to you. You are a madman, I am a madman. Both of us together have got together and spoken about. In this world, they will think you are mad if you talk about Krishna and if you talk about love, devotion for Krishna, they'll think, what is wrong with these mad people? So he told Ramananda Rai, you are a madman, I am a madman. Only both of us can understand each other. Nobody else will understand. Right? So Bhagavatam also says there are two types of people who will be happy in this world. One is the fool. The foolish fellow is happy because he does not know what is going on. He doesn't know Maya, he doesn't know nothing. He is smiling and living life. Unnecessarily happy without any reason. Foolish person is happy. The other person who is happy is a self-realized, fully realized person who is happy. Between them, all of them are unhappy. Bhagavatam is saying. So, Lord Chaitanya obviously is a Supreme Lord, and Ramananda Rai, who is a great devotee. Both of them are situated in that reality. And for everybody else, these two fellows are mad fellows, wasting their time. Wasting their time doing something and all that. Go do something, make money, get a job, do some business. Don't waste your time. But Ramanand Rai may be thinking that is madness. Human life is meant for this purpose. Human life is meant for understanding the reality. What is the truth? And the truth is Krishna. Absolute truth is Krishna. Knowing him is knowledge. Establishing a loving relationship with him is the goal of life. Developing love for him, prema, is the highest happiness. Why will I do all these funny things? Anyway, you are going to die. Where is your permanence? So devotees are situated in the transcendence, and they think this is madness to work so hard for something, and anyway you're going to die. Everything gets spoiled. Bhuta grama se evayam bhutva praliyate ratrim agame avashappartha prabhavati aharagame. Again and again they are created, my dear Arjuna, and again everything is destroyed. Like a balloon, you blow and then it goes, then again you blow. So everything is created, destroyed, created, destroyed, created, destroyed in a cycle, Arjuna. And these souls, they come again embodied, again they disappear, again they come, and they get ragged like this. Why? Because they don't understand the reality. They don't understand me. Mam tu vedana kasyana. They don't understand me. So these things are explained very nicely in Bhagavad Gita. And we don't have to think it is fiction, because there are people who are actually those who have followed this and experienced it. And when we actually follow this instruction and try to experience it, we also get a taste of it. It's not fiction, it's real, it's factual. So this guarantee is given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita also. So the fact that we live in the material world and there's another world which is real is true. But it's difficult for us to believe, because everything we will see in terms of our experience. Like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told a story about two storks. In Tamil they'll say kokku. Two long legs they have. And they got long beak also. And they will eat all the fishes and the crabs. So they were both sitting in a big lake in summer season. The lake was drying every day. And the lake is drying, on the sides you will get all these fishes struggling with a little water. And slowly the lake is drying. So it's very easy to catch the fish. So these storks, both of them were growing fat belly. Every day eating so many fishes and crabs. Enjoying life. Wow. Nobody else here. It's feast for the next 1 month, 2 months. We don't have to go anywhere. Because just have to go around the lake. One round if you do, belly will become fat. So many fishes. Yani kani, chapapani, once you do, enough. 1 day's thing over. So they were enjoying. Talking to each other once in a while. Very busy eating. But amazingly, one day, a swan, Hamsa, came to that lake. To the middle of that lake, very gracefully came and dipped inside in the middle of the lake and drank water. These two kokkus, these two storks, look at, hey, we got competition. Somebody else is going to come and enjoy this lake. Wow. But he doesn't look like us. But he also looks like us. Very beautiful looking. Let's go and check immediately. So they immediately went. The lake was very shallow. It's already drying up. So they immediately went with their long legs and, excuse me, who are you? Where are you coming from? They immediately asked. And the Hamsa just smiled. So I am just drinking some water on a long journey. I'm from Manasarovar in the Himalayas. They said, Manasarovar? Manasarovar, very famous lake. Lake? Manasarovar, can you tell us about it? I said, oh, you've not heard about Manasarovar? Oh, Manasarovar is a beautiful lake. All the demigods and demigoddesses and the Devis come and take bath there. And their bodies smelling. It's beautiful scent. And all the trees are hugging and the flowers fall and the pollen flies and there's breeze and there are so many colorful birds and you can see the bottom, the floor of the lake, crystal clear water. In this way they describe so many animals come, demigods come. It's a beautiful place, surrounded by mountains. And they both looked at each other. What a description he gave, very amazing description. Because day and night, they're only watching this clay and fishes and crabs and eating, and it's drying up. This is their experience of what a lake is. So they asked that Hamsa slowly, after looking at each other, lake it seems, Manasarovar it seems, clear it seems, pollen and flowers it seems. And then they asked, will you get crabs there? The two Stokes immediately asked, in Manasarovar, do you get that crab? So the Hamsa just smiled and flew away. As soon as the Hamsa flew away, they said, see, I asked a very difficult question, no answer. I know, all this Manasarovar and all story only. Let's get back to our lake and eat the crabs. So the Manasarovar is real and the Hamsa is coming from there is also real. But the Hamsa did not bother about convincing these two Stokes. Very difficult, yeah, to tell them. Because they are absorbed in the crab and the fishes and the lake and it is my lake and living like that. So they are asking, if you want me to believe Manasarovar, you must tell me if there is crab. Then only I'll believe you. If there is no crab, I don't know of any lake without crabs. How can I believe in the lake without crab? So it doesn't exist for me. Same way, difficult to believe what Krishna is telling. Chintamani prakarasat machukalpa vriksha. But Krishna is saying, it's true. I'm speaking from there. I come from there. You don't believe. I don't have faith. Just like these two Kokus, two Stokes. So the human mind will map whatever experience we have and try to test whether this is real. But this is illusion. You can't use the illusion to find out whether that is real. This is the mistake we make. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita should be accepted as it is. Who is speaking? Krishna is speaking. Why will he tell you lies? Why need he tell you lies? He doesn't want your vote. He does not, have to worry about anything. So he's telling the truth. And if you don't believe it, your problem. You can be a Stoke. Go back and eat the crabs. That alternative is always there. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Be born again, die again. That cycle can go on. So it's true that there is another world. And definitely you must want to go there, isn't it? Yes or no? Yeah. Yes, it's true. So if it is true, you must immediately desire, I want to go there. Why? Chintamani prakarasat muchukalpa. At least for material experience, from what I know, that must be a wonderful place. Even Indraloka is so wonderful. Ramba, Kilotama, Menaka, Somarasa. That description itself is so wonderful. Some people may think, what is the use of this place? So Krishna is inviting us to that world. He's saying, don't waste your time here, you stoke and crab and fish. Again and again you're born and again you're going behind crabs and fishes and lakes and drying places. I'll give you this permanent place. Parastasmat tu bhavo anyo. Vyakto avyaktata sanatana. Right? So we don't need them metaverse and multiverse and different universes and parallel universes and whatever. All that are within this material realm. Krishna is offering transcendence, the real meta, beyond. Think about it. It's a serious proposal given by Krishna. This is not your place. You belong to some other place. Think about it very seriously. It's an invitation from Krishna to you to come there. The proposal given by Krishna is not an ordinary proposal. It's a very exciting proposal. If you really read very carefully, you'll get excited. Wow, what am I doing here? I don't want crab, I don't want fish. I don't want this stoke body also. You will start desiring that wonderful world. So, sweet dreams tonight. You can think about the spiritual world and Krishna and everything. It's real. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. The topic is time that is organized circulars on organized studies of the plants and Gita. Do you have any questions, any comments?